The majority in the NFL is black, and that's all these kids see. That's all these families see. They see these black athletes. They want these motherfuckers to have these squeaky clean images when that's not even the case. Because a lot of these guys be really doing dirt, including these coaches. They want these people to have these squeaky clean images, and when they don't have that, they consider that being a bad face of the NFL. Now, this guy, I love Richard Sherman. He's a competitor. He worked hard. He get it in. But the way they was bringing up his charges, saying it was burglary, domestic violence. It's like they was putting dubs on a dollar.
It is. All of the charges should stick. Domestic violence doesn't actually mean
putting hands on somebody,
harming somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And what made it domestic is the fact that it's his wife's
family.
parents. Yeah. It's his in-law. You know what I'm saying? There's a relationship with those people.
Right.
So naturally, excuse me, naturally that charge is going to stick. You try to kick in somebody's door, or as you call it, shoulder check somebody's door.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What do you think that's going to be? Then you try to resist arrest. You try to run from these motherfuckers. You probably run a 4.340.
Easy.
That dog been undefeated for quite some time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That dog running that 40 in 3 seconds. So you hit. What did you think was going to happen? Everybody that I've heard speak about the dude say he a model citizen in the streets. You know what I'm saying? They say the nigga a model citizen. So is it possible that the vodka and the Henny caused him to have a bad day?
Shit, the way it's looking, I think it could be the vodka and the Henny, and it could be CTE combined. It could be CTE combined.
There's no signs of that. There's nothing, you know what I'm saying, to say that CTE had anything to do with whatever took place the other night. And that's the truth.
He hasn't had a chance to get his brain scanned yet. That's the only thing. But I think
why would he go get a brain scan when there was no reason for him to even think that there was an issue like that?
After this, they definitely gonna test him. They gonna test any NFL organization he gonna try to talk to, or they gonna test him. They test him, bruh. And they gonna put him on a good behavior contract to the point where he can't do shit. I mean, at nothing.
He don't do shit anyway, though. He talks slick in football. That's what he's supposed to do. The nigga ain't got no criminal jacket. Ain't nobody did nothing to him. Ain't nobody looking for him. The police ain't looking for him. He ain't beating on his chick or smacking up his kids.
All it takes is that one time, that one incident. He on the radar. He hot now. He on the radar.
He hot because the nigga got drunk off vodka and Henny.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Jumped in his whip and said, listen, I'm about to go holler at your father. Because that's who Ray is. Ray is Shorty's father.
So, pull up. Pull up, Ray.
You know right. Right. You know what I'm saying? Ray is Shorty. I'm going to go holler at your father. I can't put my hands on you. So I'm going to go beat the shit out your dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Drunk as fuck. Smashed his car to the construction site. And then, you know what I mean? It was what it was.
Right.
It was what it was. But, you know what I'm saying? To say that, I'm not saying the CTE don't have nothing to do with that. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is there's no indication of that. There's nothing that led up. There's no little, you know what I'm saying, situations that led up to that. So
it's like
is that alcohol probably did him real dirty.
Right. It's like you really won't necessarily know it's CTE until he goes to get willingly tested or he has to die. For prime example, motherfuckers, when Aaron Hernandez died and they did an autopsy on him. That man had CTE so motherfucking bad, like it didn't make no sense.
Well, he would have had to have that shit from high school because Aaron Hernandez was who he was from the time that we knew what his name was. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Aaron Hernandez did what he did. It's facts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He was gang banging. Like Aaron Hernandez, if football did save him for the little time that it did, you know what I'm saying? He'd have probably got killed in the streets.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
These are facts. He'd have probably got killed in the streets.
Yep. I don't know, man. I don't know, big bro. I just think I don't know, man. I know them concussions and going through that shit, man. Is heavy. It's heavy. Like it's major. Like you gotta lay up under a light. You gotta let ink run all through your veins, and you gotta get tested every time you have a concussion or a head blow. It's. I've had it happen to me a couple times. I had to get
I was just getting ready to say, you played football all your life.
Yeah.
So
I had to have that happen a couple times where I had to go get tested to see what my brain was like after I had a couple concussions. I had like 5 or 6 of them, and it was me hitting motherfuckers, coming down, hitting wrong, and ringing my own bell, you know. And motherfucker asked me one time where we was at. And this is when we was in JUCO. And I told that motherfucker, I said Tennessee. He said, "Yep, he's done." He said, Montgomery, you know where you at? I said, "Yeah, we at Tennessee, right?" Nigga started clipping my shit right there. "Yep, he done. Sit him down." And I just know that rigorous testing that they do to make sure your head is okay is some serious shit. And I think he's really Richard Sherman is really gonna have to go through that at least one time. He gonna have to go get tested for a concussion, for brain scans and brain damage to make sure he's even able to play or even able to get picked up by a team this season.
he ain't gonna do none of that. He ain't gonna do none of that. You know why? Because he got enough money to get the nicest lawyer in the streets.
And go ahead and just sweep that shit under the rug.
Yep, these charges right here, these ain't gonna be nothing. They probably gonna throw that motherfucker a couple days probation or some weird ass shit like that.
Yeah.
But he'll never see a day in jail for nothing that took place. Nothing. So if he ain't being, you know what I'm saying, put under a microscope like that, where the courts or you know what I'm saying, even the NFL itself is forcing him to go and get tested for CTE. Why would he? Why should he?
I think they are.
He's gonna go back and grab that same Hennessy bottle that led him down this rabbit hole in the first place.
I think they are gonna do that to him though, because they don't want nobody with that type of, like, I don't know. They don't want nobody, if he has that type of issue, they wouldn't want nobody like that on their roster. Like, prime example, our cousin Quentin, and when he was getting ready to get drafted, they did some rigorous ass test on him and found out he had a heart problem. And
Yeah,
Q dropped like,
Yeah.
He dropped like 2 rounds because of that. He was projected to go first round, like the top 20, top 30. And when they found out he had a heart problem, he dropped like 2 or 3 rounds.
Nobody's invested in that. Who's invested in that? Who's invested in that?
The shit is almost like legalized. It's almost like supreme legalized paid slavery. Them motherfuckers want the best slaves on the plantation. And if the motherfuckers got any type of issues physical, you ain't making the cut.
But here's the thing, right? As a community, I feel like at some point we need to hold ourselves accountable for our children's actions, right? So I see a lot of, let's just use like this whole KTS Dre, and, you know what I'm saying, all of these little niggas, you know what I'm saying, that just got knocked off. You know what I mean? Like, you had to piss a motherfucker off something crazy when they shoot you 64 times outside of the biggest county jail in the state.
Yeah, that's.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to do some slick shit for a motherfucker to do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then all of these motherfuckers' teammates is getting knocked off.
Mm-hmm.
What I also found out is a lot of these dudes who recently died, a lot of they dads, their fathers, and their uncles, and their brothers was in the streets,
Mm-hmm.
right? And truthfully never left. The prison didn't do it for them, you know what I'm saying? The grave did.
Right.
So who was there to teach them? Especially when the mom is off trying to, you know what I'm saying, make sure the lights is on.
Mm-hmm.
Can't watch this kid. Now the streets is raising them.
Right. Yeah.
So
Nobody
what
like.
does the cycle change? How do we fix a situation like that? Because these same dudes now, you know what I'm saying? These same dudes now,
Mm-hmm.
some of them got kids, some of them
Mm-hmm.
will have kids, and they're gonna follow behind that same footstep. They're gonna do the same shit. So where does the cycle change at?
Somebody said that the other day. It was actually because I guess a lot of those Chicago OGs are are low key possibly looking at the opportunity to get parole. So a lot of them actually are actually getting ready to come back home.
And then
But
what? And then
right,
what? And
these
then
young
what?
I don't think these young kids gonna listen to them.
Yeah, because the structure ain't the same no more.
Yeah.
The structure ain't the same. Listen, if Larry Hoover was to come home today,
Uh-huh.
yeah, motherfuckers would respect him, but ain't nobody listening to him no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody listening to him in Chicago. Yeah, he is who he is. Nobody give a fuck.
Yeah. Especially when
And
you
that's
got
the
a lot of
truth.
these especially when you got like gangs clicking up now where you got vice lords and GDs and from the same hood representing the same hood. It's like,
I don't know about that.
yeah, I think the KTS shit, I think them niggas was Vice Lord and GD, they was clicked up. Or I think they was Vice Lord and BD, it was one of the two. They was clicked up. A lot of the new gangs is clicked up. They just represent blocks now. They don't represent like the
So,
5 and the
so,
6 like
so
that no more.
where's the structure? Where's the structure at now? Who says what happens? Who holds who accountable for what? Where's the
Especially
structure in that shit?
especially when these kids ain't even living long enough to become OGs. So
So
it's
yeah,
like,
who the fuck gives a fuck about somebody that's coming out of jail after 10, 20 years? At
right,
that stage, who cares? Like on some
right,
real life shit. What do you give a fuck? I don't care what this nigga talking about.
right.
That's the truth.
Absolutely. That
I
makes
had a
sense.
situation. I had a situation, I swear to God. And I'm not gonna put no names or streets or anything like that out there. But I had a situation where um, we were getting money on this particular block. And a nigga came home who at one point used to, I don't know if he used to have the block or, you know what I'm saying, used to work on it or had people, I don't know. But
Mm-hmm.
somehow he thought that he was gonna come home and decide that, you know what I'm saying, he was gonna come out here and take this block.
Yeah.
No. So the nigga rolls up with one of his people's driving. He jumps out the car. I'll never forget this. He jumps out the car and he starts talking to me and my man. I'm gonna keep his name out of it too, but he'll know the people that's involved that'll see this later. They'll know exactly the story I'm telling.
Mm-hmm.
The boy jumped out on some, you know what I'm saying? This is mine. I moved to this, that, and the third. And niggas was also, yeah, well, we sell it A, B, and C, so we'll let you get, you know what I'm saying? Just off of respect to who you are. But truth
Right.
be told, like, you ain't nobody to us.
Yeah, you
But
not, yeah.
we're gonna let you live. You could do A, B. Boy wasn't trying to hear that. He wanted the whole, you know what I'm saying, the whole plate. All right, cool. So he talking about, oh yeah, he gonna come back and this, that, and the third. Okay. No one said maybe an hour later, the nigga came back. But they left out just as fast as they fucking came. They
They got
left
what they
out
was
just
asking for.
the nigga jumped out of the car, wasn't expected it, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers to be throwing rocks back at him. Them niggas
Yeah.
jumped back in the car just as fast as they pulled the fuck up. And it was just me and my man out there. I swear to God on my kids. It was just me and my man out there. Or jumped back in that car just as fast as he could. But you know what I'm saying? Again, it goes back to, you know, structure and who's who and who respects who. So, you know, when you got motherfuckers like Lil Durk and G Herbo and all of these motherfuckers that's causing these little issues, you know, within the city, and then they skate the fuck out, go move to Atlanta.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Leave 90% of their team on the block to represent them. But meanwhile, these ain't the niggas that's in the middle of the heat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? These niggas still off doing they want to in California or, you know what I'm saying, Atlanta, Florida, some motherfucking where. They ain't in Chicago.
Right.
They ain't in Chicago where they caused all this bullshit at.
Yeah, they did not in
You
the
know what I mean?
trenches. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, y'all really, y'all probably was at one point. But as of right now, you niggas ain't out there with them. Y'all ain't front line for real.
Right. You think, let me ask you something. You think if them niggas made a move to say, hey, yeah, man, let's go ahead and just chill on all this nonsense. Because they got the money now. They got the money and they got the wealth. You think them niggas would listen to them if they did that?
I think that now that motherfuckers ran off in Lil Durk house and him and his chick had to, you know what I'm saying, bust back at some motherfuckers, that, you know what I'm saying, he probably looking at the situation a whole lot different. You know what I'm saying? Because when you thought you were safe in Atlanta and niggas tried to break in your crib in the middle of the night and your girl got to let them things off, you know what I'm saying? That, yeah, you ain't safe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't safe. So, I don't know. I think that might change the little nigga perspective. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say is the way that these kids keep getting killed in Chicago is going to change the landscape of that motherfucker.
I think so.
Sooner or later, there's going to be some weird shit happen, like military tanks and shit like that. Like they're gonna start giving these kids some weird ass numbers just for getting caught with a gun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't even have to use that motherfucker. They're
Just
gonna start giving them some weird ass numbers just for having it.
Just to make an example out of them.
In the state of New York, if you get caught with a gun, just get caught with a gun.
Yeah.
It's automatically 3 years.
Plus the bullets, huh? It's crazy. That's crazy. Man, you see what Lori Lightfoot said, right? She said, because the way the niggas been busting at the police whenever they show up to a crime, she said they're not even gonna send the police out there no more. She said they're gonna send mental health crisis actors out there to help with people. She gonna get the mental health crisis actors popped too in the crossfire.
Yeah, well, there will definitely be police officers out there with them for that. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna definitely be police officers out there for that. So yeah, I'm not. Lori Lightfoot needs to figure out what the fuck the problem is out there.
It's the accessibility to handguns. It's the accessibility to weapons. Like you told me, one episode.
Start shutting off fucking the highways in and out.
Yeah.
Them highways up to Indiana.
Yeah.
Or them highways down to Georgia. Start shutting them highways down. Like they do in fucking Texas, California, Nevada. You go ride through that fucking state with out-of-state tags on. I guarantee you won't make it through the entire state without getting pulled over.
Yeah, they on your ass.
You know what I'm saying?
when we first moved out here, and we had the New Jersey license plate, and we had the Mississippi license plate, we was getting stopped every other day, and the cop was like,
what
"Yo,
the fuck y'all doing out here?"
Yeah, he's like, "What y'all on? Like, what are you doing?" He's like, "Man, go register your car. Go register your vehicle."
Yeah.
Yeah, they was on that shit quick. Mississippi, hold on, whoop whoop. I'm like, oh shit. And we sitting there, and dude walk up on moms and walk up on Walk up on my dad and like, yo, what's going on? Like, how long y'all been out here? He's like, the registration on this tag says, what do you say? The registration on this Mississippi tag says December. It's March. Why y'all ain't get y'all registration taken care of? Well, we don't know. Go get your car registered.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Your dad from out there. Your dad born and raised out there. He know better than to be riding around with some bullshit like that, especially being black.
Hey,
in Mississippi, your dad knows better, man.
They stopped him. They took him to jail for that.
I bet you they did.
Yeah.
And that's all on him. That's all on him because he know better. He from there.
Yeah. They took him to jail for that shit.
Come on.
I remember moms was like, she had to go scramble and shit and call my other uncles to make sure we could get bail money for him and shit. That was insane. That was wild. I remember they called me in school and told me what happened to my dad. I was like, what the fuck? And they had him sitting down there in Greenville Police Department for like 4-5 hours over that shit.
Bunch of dumb shit.
Yep.
Bunch of dumb shit. Just to lock a black dude up. Put some shit on his jacket. Hoping that nigga was wanted somewhere.
And it was
say, oh, we got him.
And there was a black cop that did it to him.
Why would it not be? Why would it not be?
just to get his stripes up.
Yeah, fuck all of that. Fuck all of that. I heard stories from some of my homies, man. I went to school at Ole Miss, and they would tell us how they couldn't go off of the campus after dark sometimes because the police would take them over some bridge that was near the school that was in a whole nother town and make them walk back to the school. And it was like the chances that, you know what I'm saying, you didn't run into some motherfuckers on trucks. You know what I'm saying, just on some bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you already knew that you was gonna get into it with somebody if they took you over the other side of that bridge. You already knew what it was hitting for.
And
so, you know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what bridge you're talking about too, because that motherfucker went right across the Mississippi River. And that motherfucker was a 2-laner. It was going and it was coming. And that motherfucker was skinny and thin. So if you ever had to go across that bridge, you turned your music off, you prayed to God before you hit that motherfucker, and you focused. Because that bridge was so motherfucking thin that any motherfucking quick swerve or movement, your ass was in the river. So I know exactly what bridge they talk about.
They used to tell a motherfucker, yo, the white boys didn't have a problem with tossing niggas over that bridge. If you couldn't swim, you was fucked.
Yep.
You was fucked. And they said that they had got to the point where they wouldn't move off of campus. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't go nowhere off of campus unless it was a group of them. Because it was always a group of white boys that was out there on some bullshit with them.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And them niggas were just trying to go to school, play sports at school. You know what I mean? These dudes was from Chicago. I'm like, well, what made y'all go to Mississippi State or Mississippi Valley? Oh, well, those are the people that gave us the scholarships. All right, cool. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Go get right. Go get right. I'm with it. But, man.
Yeah.
Like, to have to deal with that shit and try to go to school at the same time, man, it's fucking crazy.
That city, that state is a motherfucker, man. I remember when we first got down there and I went to middle school. Like I finished my 8th grade year at this school called Washington Private School. And the motherfucker said, based on my academic performance, if I did good that year, they would give me a full ride to go to, they'd give me a scholarship opportunity to finish high school throughout my 9th and 12th grade year. And when I got down there, I hated that motherfucking school. I mean, the fucking principal, you know how it's called principal? The fucking principal of the school was called the headmaster. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, what do y'all got me in? His name was Headmaster Brown. He hated my fucking guts. Because they used to have to tuck their shirt in and shit like that. And he always would tell me, I don't know you're an inner city slickster, but we don't do that down here. Like, he would always tell me that. I don't care about New Jersey. You're in Mississippi now. We do things differently down here. Headmaster Brown. I'll never forget that shit. We do things differently down here in Mississippi. And I went to call Mr. Brown. He kept correcting me. My name is Headmaster Brown. I think this is when I got kicked out of that school. I told him, I said, look, man, I'm 14. I'm like, look, man, I'm not calling you Headmaster Brown. We don't ain't no master around here unless we at a martial arts school. And this is a academic school. So I'm not calling you no damn Headmaster Brown. Yeah, Mississippi was a motherfucker, D. For real. But it is what it is. Motherfuckers made it out of there. But we was actually forced to make it out of there. That's a different story. Me and you will have off camera. And I'll tell you that full story one day. You gonna trip off of that shit, and you gonna realize why I don't really fuck with a lot of people with my last name.
Yeah, I know a little. Well, I know enough of the story.
Yeah.
I know enough of the story. It is what it is. What I'm saying.
Yeah.
Everything ain't for everybody.
Right. Right. But man, I'm meant to ask you about it. I remember I sent you the link, and we was talking. We had a little conversation about it. But it goes back to talk about the Chicago situation, the Chirac game. Let's talk about it, big bro. What you think, man?
What's the big deal?
In my opinion, the climate of the situation, the timing is off.
What you just played GTA 5?
But it's like this.
No. Weren't you just playing GTA 5?
Yeah.
Now, what's the difference between that game and GTA?
The climate and the timing.
What?
The climate and the timing.
Where is GTA? Where is that any of those particular games based? I think it's Miami or some shit, right? Miami and California.
Yeah, in Miami, California, New York. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so again, what's the difference?
I'm gonna tell you, the climate and the timing. You looking at a situation where Chicago has had one of the highest murder rates in the country for years, and then people are looking.
So
people are looking to capitalize. That'd be like somebody making a video game at the height of the LA gangbang era. People wouldn't let that slide. People would be on their ass.
Why not? I would. I would. You don't understand. This is a capitalist society. Everything is about money. Everything is about money. Socialism is out the fucking window. Forget about it.
That's the sad part.
Well, none of that. You know what I'm saying? It's a capitalist society. Get your money where you can get your money. I don't give a fuck. I don't care whether they make that video game in fucking Chirac, fucking Philadelphia, Germany. I don't give a fuck. Who cares about the climate? I don't care about the climate. I'm about to get this bread. And that game ain't no different than GTA 5.
What a story mode behind it? What's the reasoning behind the game in Chirac?
Who cares?
That's why I can give GTA. It's a reason behind why they out there doing it. It's a story behind it. They just out there.
No story behind that one though. Who's to say there ain't no story behind the other one?
Because they would have put a story mode out for it already. It's an MMO.
The game ain't even out yet.
It's like H1Z1.
The game's not even out yet. So how can you judge it before you even, you know what I'm saying, know what it's hitting for?
Bad timing.
Nah, man, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. That's your opinion. If I'm looking to make money, it's the perfect time. Word up.
It's bad timing, big bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. Especially like you just said, old boy got blazed 64 times coming out of Cook County. Like this shit is still happening.
So
like until that situation is addressed.
That game ain't gonna change nothing. The game ain't gonna change nothing, believe me.
I think it's gonna make it worse. Because people they're gonna be numb to the pain, and kids gonna think that shit is cool.
Yo, I'm not even. Hold on a second. Let me say something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I'm not even addressing dope on this particular jump off. So you know what I'm saying? Y'all can miss me with the French dose shit. Dose know what it is. Like, come on. I'm not even addressing Dose. Dose really looking for a motherfucker, you know where to find me, obviously. Obviously, you know where to find me. So, again, I'm not even addressing that. But anyway, back to the story. On some real life shit, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? This is a capitalist society. I'm trying to get my bread. And you know what I'm saying? I'm going to take advantage of everything that I can take advantage of. Chicago is hot right now. Chicago hot right now. So, you know what I'm saying? Despite whatever it is you're trying to do. You want to go down there and buy houses? So, yeah, go down there and buy some houses. Flip them shits. Make them HUD homes or Section 8. That way you know you're going to get your money no matter who they put in there. Don't give a fuck. Go out there and buy some of the buildings for little or nothing. Turn them into rentals. Section 8 the whole building.
I just think they make a mockery of people that really lost their lives. Some of you, and then on top of that,
whoa, they not even addressing any of that. Nobody's names in there. They ain't making nobody's image in that shit.
So you didn't see that shit? They had to look. They had a fake LA Capone and FBG Duck in the trailer.
I didn't see that at all.
I gotta send it to you.
I saw the trailer. I didn't see that.
I gotta send it to you. It was a screenshot of FBG Duck and LA Capone. And on top of that, they talking about it's gonna be real life gangs in the motherfucking game. Niggas gonna be out there talking about bunny rabbit and shit like that. They gonna be out there throwing VL up.
So what? So what? Where's the problem? Where's the problem? This game is reality. That, you know what I'm saying? They bring it as much reality as they possibly can to this particular game. Where the fuck is the problem?
You gotta separate. You gotta kind of separate real life from reality. You gotta kind of separate it. Just like it's not Los Angeles, it's Los Santos. You know what I'm saying? You gotta kind of separate. You gotta kind of like draw the thin line. It's not a thin line in that shit. It's not a thin line being drawn.
Fuck it.
That's just my opinion. And you know what's crazy? You was right about what happened with Old Boy in Cali. The Indian Red Boy situation, you was right. You called that shit. That had nothing to do with Nipsey.
It didn't.
You was right.
It didn't. Everybody want to say that, oh, yeah, he was standing out there taking pictures in front of Nipsey. So fucking what? So fucking what?
Yeah, that didn't have nothing.
The nigga that did it put his name on it. And not only did he put his name on it, the nigga went on fucking every fucking social media platform he could find and said, hey, it was me. I did it. Come get out. They still ain't touched this nigga.
Yeah.
He's still making videos.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they caught Indian Red Boy because he was hood hopping and dissing his old hood. So that's why he got gunned down. But I as a part of the consensus thought that was the reason why he got killed was because he was dissing Nipsey Hussle. But I was wrong. You was right.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, listen, I get it. If you gang banging, if you out here, you outside, and one is a blood, the other one is a crip. It don't matter what you do with yourself.
Right.
So you know what I mean? To me, you are op.
Right.
Now, whether you die or, you know what I'm saying, you move on to be successful in music or movies or whatever it is, to me, I don't give a fuck. You still a op. You know what I'm saying? You either blood or you crip. You still a op. Now, if you die and you was an op, I don't give a fuck who loved you. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. Now, me personally, I admire what Nipsey did for the
Mm-hmm.
community. You know what I'm saying? I admire what he did for the culture. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I admire him as a man. I admire him.
Right.
But from the
But
street aspect, I understand how some people, you know what I'm saying, continue to look at it.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I
That was
get
one of
it.
them. I was like, you gotta just that's one of them you gotta just throw your hands up and shoulder shrug that. Like, all right, I guess.
You know what I mean? Now, you disrespected somebody that's well beloved in the city,
Mm-hmm.
in the country, truthfully,
Mm-hmm.
comes with consequences.
Yeah.
It comes with consequences. So, yeah, if that's what you want to do, then you know what I'm saying, you got to deal with the consequences when they do come.
Right. Yeah, this nigga out here wall banging and crossing out dead homies and shit. I'm like, I
I didn't
thought
even know niggas was still doing that corny ass
I
shit.
didn't either. I didn't either. I said, what is nigga wall banging? I mean, you catch a motherfucker throwing up some shit on the side of the wall, but you crossing out a nigga mural, somebody dead homie. That's like,
I don't, I didn't even know niggas was still doing that shit.
yeah,
You know what else threw me off? I didn't know niggas was still doing. I didn't know niggas was still walking around with do-rags on outside. I didn't know the niggas was still doing that.
you talking about like you talking about like the wave cap joints?
Yeah, I didn't know
Yeah,
niggas was still doing that.
I be wearing my shit braided.
Outside?
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know because the shit sometimes I got a lot of them too. And I kind of like I buy them to match my shoes and shit sometimes. So yeah,
What?
yeah. Hey, I might even take it a step further depending on how I'm feeling. Might put a hat on top of that motherfucker. go go super 0203.
I could dig it. I could dig it. I guess. I don't know. I would never. I
Okay,
would never.
okay, cool. That brings us to another conversation. How do you feel about females wearing bonnets in public?
I'm not with it at all.
Mm.
I'm not with. I seen a little boy yesterday. Swear to God, I seen a little boy at the Wawa had a bonnet on his head. I couldn't fucking believe it.
Oh shit.
I couldn't fucking believe it. I couldn't tell whether he was gay or straight. But if I had to bet my life on it, I would have said that this little boy was straight. He was a, you know what I'm saying, heterosexual young man. But this nigga had a bonnet on his head. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Since when we started doing this? But yeah, nah, I'm not with that at all. I'm not with that at all. You know what I'm saying? If you got to come outside, you know what I'm saying, for whatever reason, even if it's going to the corner store, the very least you could do, you know what I'm saying, is put your hair together. You know what I'm saying? Look like you belong to somebody. But you know, I'm sure I'm gonna get dragged for that. I'm sure I'm gonna get dragged for that. But you know what I'm saying? Overall, for me, that whole bonnet thing, nah, that's a no. That's a no. Don't do that. Don't do that at all.
Oh yeah, I'm back. Yeah, cause I know a lot of cats, a lot of dudes out here be wearing bonnets and shit. They be trying to wear
Guys,
shit. Yeah, in
dudes is
Vegas.
wearing this.
Yeah, they be wearing that shit to try to protect their little dreads and shit like that. But they sell dread caps for that. So I don't know why niggas got on bonnets, but I mean, I don't know. They be wearing full blown big ass bonnets out in public with dreads underneath their shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, they doing everything possible. You know what I'm saying? To take the black man's masculinity from him. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? You know what I mean? Like they even got these niggas out here wearing short jeans, capris that they cut up. Like, like what? You niggas is really doing this? Fanny packs and shit. Y'all rocking fanny packs too. Like, come on, fanny packs. This what you niggas doing?
Yeah, Jen Capri's, that's off the wall. But
What?
I know for a fact we used to cut our sweatpants up though, like to our knee, to
Yeah,
make
that's some
like
California nut ass shit. That's some
yeah
whole West Coast shit. That's a Like I'm not even. I don't even want to hold that stupid ass conversation.
Yeah, we cut our sweatpants up to our like our kneecaps and shit,
For what?
and make our sweatpants shorts.
Well, that's some cornball shit.
It's football shit. It's football shit.
But football players ain't the only ones doing that dumb shit out there.
Yeah, yeah. I wear that shit when I'm going to the gym or I'm going. I was playing football. I wouldn't wear that shit out in public.
But they do though.
Yeah, that's wild.
They do though.
That's wild. I never cut my pants up to my shins or my kneecaps. That's nigga,
Yeah,
just
I'm
buy
not.
shorts.
Yeah, I'm not wearing that shit, man. These niggas they wild for it, yo.
Yeah,
They wild for it. They wild for it. It's a whole different breed of niggas out here, man. I swear to God.
yeah. It's like they trying to make the feminine shit cool. Like it's alright to emasculate yourself, but in actuality, it's not because you making it worse for the younger generation that's gonna take it a step further, saying what you do. But if he did that, then I'm gonna take it an extra step and twist it like this, and that's when it just gets worse and worse, progresses, and yeah, it's some wild freak boy shit going on. But Gene Capri's. That's I don't know, man. Maybe I'm an old school nigga, and I'm big too, so you'll never catch my ass 6'5", 350 pounds, and some motherfucking capri pants. Hey, like that. That's wild.
Yo, before I jump off of here, yo, I got a neighbor, all right?
Mm-hmm.
I got a neighbor, a little Nigerian dude. Swear to God. Straight cornball, straight nut job, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this nigga getting money, shooting porn in his crib. Bro, some of these bitches that be coming in this motherfucker, I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
That shit about to come to an end, though, because you see what OnlyFans saying.
I don't know nothing about that. I don't even know where he posted shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really got into a conversation with him like that, but he was like, yeah, I just don't, something about it's not local. It's not local. You know what I'm saying? So people in, I guess, the state of New Jersey wouldn't see it, this, that, and third. But yeah, like this nigga like really up there shoot like whole orgies in his crib. What the fuck?
He better get it while he can, because the motherfuckers talking about they finna commercialize OnlyFans and take porn off. So all them porn stars and shit that's making bread off niggas, subscriptions $15, $16, $99 a month, that shit finna come to an end. Quick. I knew shit was weird when I started seeing seeing some actors and celebrities saying they got OnlyFans content and it wasn't porn. I thought it was like, okay, so I see what they trying to do. They ain't okay. I see what they're going. They finna switch the lane up. They finna
I
change some
ain't never
shit up.
subscribed to nobody's OnlyFans. I know what it is, but
Yeah.
I'm not paying somebody to watch them do whatever they gonna do. Like, come on, man. What? Like, I don't even go to the strip club. I'll go to the strip club. What I'm going to the strip club for? Now, why am I giving this bitch my hard-earned money? You understand?
Hey, it's funny you said that, because
I'm not fucking this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm not touching her nothing. I'm coming home, and you know what I'm saying? I'll deal with that at the crib. So why should I spend my money on some shit like that?
It's funny you said that, because like 2012, 2013, we was at this little strip club out here called Little Darlings and shit, kind of like behind the strip, and we was out there and shit. Excuse me, and motherfuckers was throwing money and shit. And I had the same philosophy. I said, I'm not finna spend my money on this bitch, man. I'm not finna spend my money on these hoes. I'm gonna pocket this shit, because then we finna go out to eat afterwards. I'm gonna throw $50-something and try to make this bitch happy, make this bitch day when I'm getting dollar dances. I ain't doing that shit. Let y'all niggas do that shit. So the whole time niggas is throwing money, right? I'm putting that shit up underneath my shoe, sliding it and putting it in my pocket. I don't think nobody see me, right?
No, don't do
Man,
that. No. Are you serious?
hey, bro,
You
motherfucker.
telling us on live that this what you did? You telling us on live that this is the nut shit that you did.
Absolutely, because it's a funny ass
Oh
story.
no, it's not funny. That don't look good at all, G.
So I'm taking the money, I'm sliding underneath my foot and shit, putting it in my pocket. Man, the motherfucking DJ said, "Hey, you, big man in the hoodie. You slide money, you put money, you pocketing money. Get this motherfucker out of here." And before I had the chance to get up and take 2 steps, I had a nigga underneath my right underarm and my left underarm. And my feet didn't touch the ground the whole way out.
Yeah, they should have rolled your ass out for that. That was some
Them niggas
cornball
tossed
shit.
my ass out of there. They
Yeah,
said,
that was some cornball shit. Won't do that.
They said, "Don't you ever bring your motherfucking ass back up here again."
They won't do that.
That's back. Hey, that's back when the nigga was broke. He was struggling, man. I had to make it happen, man.
You ain't had no business in a strip club then. If you broke and you struggling, the last place you want to be is in the strip club.
Hey, all I had was 20 that night. I spent 10 to get in. I'm like,
Oh, you
oh
wildin'.
shit.
That don't make sense. None of that shit makes sense. Nothing that you just said makes any fucking sense at all.
Motherfuckers back there trying to fit in, man, trying to be cool.
Fuck
But yeah,
that.
Motherfuckers, they
Fuck
scoop
that.
my big
I don't
ass.
give a fuck. Listen to me. I don't give a fuck who likes me. I don't care who on my team or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that matters to me is that my paycheck is signed and deposited when it was supposed to be signed and deposited. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, man. You know what I mean? If it ain't got nothing to do with my household and my kids, man, fuck these niggas. Word up. Fuck these niggas. You know what I'm saying? My circle is incredibly small. The niggas I fuck with them, and they know who I fuck with. But if I don't fuck with you, like, you pretty much know that. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts, ain't no sideways, and none of that shit with me. It is what it is. Like, for real. If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
So I can give a fuck what the next nigga think. If I only got $20 and a nigga start talking about let's go to the strip club, my conversation with him is, I'm straight on that. That's not my thing. I ain't got it. I ain't got it.
I got voted out. It was like, yeah, man. I was like, nah, man, let's just go ahead. He's like, nah,
fuck
man, come
that.
on, man, let's just go.
You let them go, and you fly back to the crib with your last dub.
Yeah, that was a story for the ages, man. People can't believe that shit though. But, hey,
yeah, because that's the dumbest shit on the planet. It's the dumbest shit on the planet. Nobody's doing that.
What made it worse was it was my homie bachelor party. That's what made it worse.
Even listen. You ain't know that he was having that bachelor party?
I did, but I just thought we was gonna hit the city and just roll around. I'm like, it's
you ain't think
$20.
You ain't think he wanted some strippers for his bachelor party in Vegas?
That shit happened last minute.
Nah. Oh shit. Nah, that was on somebody's mind the entire time, believe me. But I'm getting ready to end this, man. I gotta go in there and start putting my dinner together.
Okay.
Let's see later, though. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Shout out to everybody that came and viewed, man. Appreciate y'all listening and peeping the content. This is Smoking Session Podcast. I'm your boy Rocky the Righteous with my big brother.
It's the boy Major, Blast Dimension TV. We out.